Pause. Fertilizer up 77%. Snap cut, 187 billion. Food banks at capacity. The storm is here. Pause. This is Wide Weekly for March 14th, 2026. And this might be the most important edition we have ever published. Pause. A perfect storm arrived this week. It came from every direction at once. And Americans are sitting in the eye of it. On February 28th, the US and Israel struck Iran. Iran shut the Strait of Hormuz. 1/5 of the world's oil passes through that strait. But so does 1/3 of global seaborne fertilizer, nearly half the world's urea, 30% of its ammonia. Since mid-December, urea prices have surged 77%. In December, 1 ton of urea cost U.S. farmers the equivalent of 75 bushels of corn. This week, 126 bushels. This is happening during spring planting season, when fertilizer demand peaks. Wolf Research estimates the disruption could raise U.S. food-at-home inflation by roughly 2 percentage points. A United Nations report warned it will increase food costs and intensify pressures on the most vulnerable. Food prices have already risen 24% above pre-COVID levels. Goldman Sachs raised recession odds to 25%. Pause. Now layer on the domestic side. On March 5th, the House Agriculture Committee voted 34-17 to advance a farm bill that ignores $187 billion in SNAP cuts. 4 million people projected to lose benefits over the next decade. Over 1 million older adults expected to lose food assistance entirely. Work requirements expanded to age 64. Exemptions removed for veterans, homeless individuals, and young adults out of foster care. On March 12th, Great Plains Food Bank reported the highest demand in its 43-year history. 167,000 individuals, 1 in 5 North Dakotans, 1 in 4 children. Food Bank for the Heartland in Omaha is at 4 times 2018 demand. Northern Nevada is up 76%. On the Duck Valley Reservation, the nearest grocery store is 100 miles away, and the food pantry went from 10 households a month to 60. The number that explains everything. For every 1 meal a food bank provides, SNAP provides 9. On March 12th, 5 SNAP recipients sued the USDA over food restriction waivers in 22 states. One plaintiff's disabled daughter has an eating disorder that limits her to specific foods now banned under Tennessee's waiver. Without them, her only option is a feeding tube. And the USDA terminated the Household Food Security Report last September. The only comprehensive federal survey tracking food insecurity, published for 30 years. The last report showed 47.9 million Americans in food-insecure households, 14.1 million children. That is the last number we will have. Pause. The fertilizer makes the food more expensive. The SNAP cuts make less of it available. The food banks that catch the overflow are already at capacity, and the government stopped counting. Pause. While the hunger crisis deepens, the crypto regulatory infrastructure is being built at the fastest pace in history. On March 11th, the SEC and CFTC signed a historic memorandum of understanding classifying Bitcoin and Ethereum as digital commodities under CFTC jurisdiction. This ends years of regulatory turf war. A joint harmonization initiative will coordinate rulemakings and enforcement. SEC Chairman Atkins called the era of turf wars over. The next day, the Senate voted 89-10 to ban the Federal Reserve from issuing a central bank digital currency until at least 2030. Private stablecoins were explicitly exempted. 11 companies have filed for or received OCC National Trust Bank charters in 83 days. An April 1st rule change explicitly authorizes crypto custody. The Clarity Act is stalled at 18% odds. The industry is taking the regulatory route instead. The same day the MOU was signed, MasterCard launched its crypto partner program with more than 85 companies. Binance, Circle, Ripple, PayPal, Gemini, Kraken, Paxos, MetaMask, Solana, Polygon, and dozens more, all connecting blockchain payments to MasterCard's card network across 200 countries. The same week, MasterCard completed its first live agentic AI payment in Malaysia. When the world's second-largest card network recruits 85 crypto companies on the same day the SEC and CFTC sign a joint oversight framework, the question shifts from whether crypto payments work at scale to when. Pause. Ethereum has posted 6 consecutive red monthly candles, down 57% from its August 2025 all-time high. But daily active addresses and smart contract interactions recently hit all-time highs. Crypto Quant calls it the adoption paradox. The network is busier than ever. The price is driven by macro fear, not fundamentals. The commodity classification from the MOU changes the equation. History shows regulatory clarity catalyzes recovery. Pause. The Pentagon designated Anthropic the first American company ever labeled a national security supply chain risk, a classification historically reserved for foreign adversaries. The reason? Anthropic refused to let Claude be used for domestic mass surveillance or autonomous weapons. Anthropic sued. Microsoft filed a brief supporting them. OpenAI and Google scientists did the same. Palantir's CEO said there was never a sense these products would be used domestically. The pattern: the same government that wants your social security number to prove you deserve food wants unrestricted AI access to watch its own citizens. Different technology, same demand. The company that said no got blacklisted. Pause. Travis Kalanick launched Atoms today. The Uber co-founder absorbed cloud kitchens into a robotics company after 8 years in stealth with thousands of employees. Atoms Food aims to make prepared meals approach grocery store prices using automated kitchen infrastructure. Whether it delivers is unknown, but the bet that food systems need to be rebuilt with automation at the center is landing exactly when every existing system is failing. Beast Industries fired a video editor after Kalshi caught him insider trading on YouTube streaming prediction markets tied to Mr. Beast videos. The CFTC chairman personally commented, "When a 500-person creator company generates enough financial activity that insider trading becomes viable, the creator economy has crossed into financial infrastructure territory." Pause. Here is where we are. 4 exchange listings confirmed. Bitmart on April 28th, P2B on May 5th, 2Bit on May 19th, AscendiX on May 26th, Market maker Keylab signed, Luna PR signed, they own CoinTelegraph MENA, MoIC Digital signed, Feed the Children agreement in final legal review, signature expected any day. We built a live go-to-market war room at gtm.et.ong. Reply to this email with get password and we will send it over. Bitcoin is at 72,400. ETH at 2132. Fear and greed at 15. 38 consecutive days of extreme fear. Nearly 700 million in Bitcoin ETF inflows this March. Brent crude above 100. Urea at $683 per metric ton. EAT is trading at 0.001347 with a $1.3 million market cap and 545,000 in liquidity. Pre-exchange, pre-card, pre-PR, pre-everything. Pause. 9,000 meals funded on-chain. EAT at 1.3 million market cap. 4 exchanges confirmed. SEC CFTC clarity achieved. Fertilizer up 77%. Snap cut $187 billion. Food banks at capacity. The government stopped counting. Extreme fear in the market. Infrastructure everywhere. 45 days to Bitmart. The storm is here. And so are we. Pause. This is Wide Weekly. See you next week. YD is a software platform that helps create tokens and route fees to verified partners. It is not a broker, dealer, exchange, investment advisor, or fundraising intermediary. Nothing here is investment, legal, or tax advice.